Hi everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today I'm going to look at the problems the Lexus TX has. I'm going to talk about my TX 500H and also in general the TX. So I have a 2026 Lexus TX 500H and I've been driving it for a few months now. And it's about 1,000 miles on it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon to be notified of new videos. If you like my video to the end, please help me out so more people could watch this video. Thank you in advance. To start out a little bit about my vehicle, it's a TX 500H. So there's a number of TX models. There's a TX 350, TX 500H. There's the TX 550, which is the plug-in one. So my particular vehicle is just the premium 500H. It's not the luxury trim. So notice that the different wheels. If you get the luxury trim, you're gonna get different wheels. You also get other features like the digital rear view mirror and the sunroof and stuff like that. So mine doesn't have a sunroof, but I've been reading the forums and also studying on this vehicle before I purchased and what kind of issues people encounter, right? So I encounter a few issues as well too. So I'm going to share what I learned on my vehicle and hopefully help somebody else if you're looking at this particular vehicle. Yes, it's a 2.4 liter hybrid one. I have 366 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. Now, this probably is my fault because I didn't catch it during time purchase. So the Fender trim piece over here actually sticks out quite a bit compared to the other sides. And actually the dealer did me a favor and I guess they tightened it up a little bit. And also the paint is a little bit scratched. I didn't catch it on the day I was looking at this vehicle to purchase. But that's the only one on my vehicle that is a little bit, sticks out quite a bit. I guess you can't really see until you get close. That's the good news. The bad news is that, if you're really very detailed person like I am, you'll probably notice it. And we're going to look around over here. So walk around the vehicle and see any other areas. The fender trim piece, it has a big gap or something like that, right? And mine is like, it's a big gap. It actually was bigger before. You could see it over here. And somehow the paint got chipped as well too. So when I received it home, I didn't look at it carefully. Yes, there is a scratch over there. And I don't know how it happened. But then again, hey, when you take delivery, it's pretty much on you. So if you're purchasing a Lexus product or even a TX colored fender trim piece, make sure you check all the areas. Look at these other ones. This is the back piece over here. It's really tight to the body, right? And I'm going to show you the other one in the back, then I'll show you the other side as well. So you can see this one as well. The fender trim piece is really tight, snug with the body. I don't know what happened here, but that's some kind of dirt or something. And same thing to the left side over here. The fender trim piece is really tight to the body, and this one doesn't have any damage. Awesome, right? And only the front one has it. One key note I want to mention is that the gap on some of the TX models are actually similar or bigger. So the service advisor and the manager, noticed that as well. And they pointed out, you're not the only one. So it's within specs, they say. But they kind of helped me out to tighten it a little bit. Still noticeable, but I try not to think about it so much. So if you're really picky and you really think Lexus quality is important to you, maybe you want to look at the vehicle thoroughly before making a purchase. So the fender gap, is something that it was different from different sides, I guess, right? But only that one on my vehicle is very noticeable. Maybe it's not that noticeable in camera, but definitely is noticeable in real life. Overall, I mean, the vehicle exterior looks pretty good. And I actually like the styling. I think it looks a little bit different. Yes, somewhat similar to, say, the Grand Highlander. And I could talk about the Grand Highlander comparison in a different video. And let's take a look. I like the contrasting seats, the birch and the black seats. Yes, these are New Lux invitation letter. So low maintenance, works great, looks great. That leads me to number 2. So this transfer. Hey, number 2, the floor shifter assembly. And I thought it was really the shifter part I was clicking, but the dealer did some troubleshooting and found it's the floor shifter assembly. was making a clicking noise. It gets really annoying when you have the clicking noise, I would say. But so they fixed it. Actually, they replaced the part. There's no clicking noise. It was really smooth like a Lexus. It drives really great now, and didn't have any noise in particular that's really noticeable or affects the shifts or anything like that. So number 3, the third row pops. I'm going to show you right here. And I didn't get this fixed because it doesn't really bother me. So I probably would leave it like that unless they have a recall or something really urgent. So I don't know if you heard that. So basically it pops when you bring the seats down. And some people say it's something that they could fix. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it needs to be fixed, but it doesn't really bother me. So if you bring the seats up, it doesn't pop. It's just like when you bring the seats down, it pops. I thought it's a function or is a problem. So that's something to note. If you have this noise, maybe you want to check your dealer. And nothing is a showstopper, by the way. All these are minor stuff, right? So, and you want to get these fixed. And vehicles are not perfect. Humans are not perfect. So you gotta understand that. Overall, I mean, the seats fold down and go up fine without any issues. Now, here's a number 4, a quick one. Some people with sunroof mentioned that the vehicle actually makes noises to the structure. It makes some cracks and stuff like that when driving. I don't have a sunroof, so I didn't encounter this issue, but I'm gonna float that out there because a lot of people mentioned this issue. Okay, number 5, alignment. So the alignment of the vehicle, it was a little bit off. I'm going to mention that. My steering wheel is a little bit off going to the right. And I didn't experience this until around about 500 some odd miles or so. Then I really brought it in later on. And the dealer took care of it on the warranty, which is awesome. So that was like, it seems to be a little bit off every time you drive on the freeway and kind of annoying. The toe need to be adjusted. And now everything's fixed and the vehicle drives great. And there's no issues, no other issues that's notable. And I don't have any rattles or creaks or anything like that. Then again, it's not 1,000 miles yet still, and it's 5 miles from 1,000 miles right now. So that's my initial review of what kind of issues I've been encountering, right? If you have issues or problems with this vehicle, please post it below. Others want to know. I want to know as well too. So please help me out with a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.